Potential side effect that's been a discussion amongst tens of thousands of people who reported seeing a change in their menstrual cycle after receiving the vaccines, from lighter to heavier than usual bleeding, to spotting, and even missed periods.
Lots of people have been getting in touch with me to tell me that they've had the experience of having a slightly different period after they received the COVID vaccine.
Experts like Vicky Mail, who is based out of the United Kingdom, are looking to gather more data on these reports to see if there is a link between COVID vaccines and periods.
Enough people are reporting it anecdotally that I think it's something that it's time we did some formal research into.
The Society of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of Canada says there is no known association between any of the COVID-19 vaccines and menstrual changes. Any individual menstrual changes can be triggered by many life events, including weight changes or stress, as well as the changes that occur as a part of a woman's life. We asked Toronto Public Health, Health Canada, and the Ontario government how many reports each received for reported side effects connected to menstrual cycles. No responses were provided in time for broadcast. Like Canada, the UK also has been collecting data on the side effects caused by vaccines. Mail states that nearly 14,000 people have reported seeing a change in their periods after having one of the 3 COVID shots approved.
What people most commonly report is a heavier period, and the next most common thing to report is a lighter period, and then various other things also get reported. But the problem is we don't know yet if these are real side effects of the vaccine.
The reason being, according to the reproductive immunologist, is there's no good data to compare what normal periods look like. There are also other factors that can impact cycles, with Mail also highlighting that a quarter of people with COVID-19 saw a change in their menstrual cycle. She also notes that other vaccines, including flu shots, have also been known to impact periods. There's also data from the HPV vaccine.
They found that it was more likely that you'd have heavy or irregular periods shortly after you'd been having the vaccine.
It's been 1 week since Mail launched her study. So far, 150 participants have been identified.
And if we knew that this was a common side effect that would last for only 1 month, which does seem to be what people are reporting, then we could simply say to people, hey, by the way, we know that, I don't know, let's perhaps say 5% of people will have a heavier period than normal after the vaccine. This isn't something that you should worry about.
And since the vaccine rollout began, we've heard about a number of different side effects, most of them minor. And here's another one some people are talking about online. Well, ladies, that is. Changes in the menstrual cycle. Now, in some cities, some women have reported noticing a change in their period after getting the vaccine. But I checked with some medical experts in the area, including Dr. Stephen Nemerson, who is the Chief Clinical Officer for St. Alphonsus, about this. and they all tell me they haven't heard of any cases here. But Dr. Nemerson says he has heard secondhand stories about this happening.
It's not surprising that with the administration of the vaccine, which is designed to generate an immune response that will then protect you from getting COVID, that the effect of that vaccine and that immunologic response would cause a transient or a limited change in a woman's menstrual period that should then return to normal in a period of weeks or maybe as long as a few months. So that would not be.
Dr. Natalie Azar is here with some really great tips. Dr. Azar, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's dive in to the fact that there have been so many headlines about the impact the COVID vaccine has on women's health. So what's the reality check here? Should women be concerned that it's going to impact their fertility or anything else?
Well, certainly, Kristen, there are, relevant concerns for all populations, but there are some unique issues that have been raised for women, particularly women in their childbearing years. So let's list them. We've talked about the concern about fertility. We've also been hearing stories that women who've received a vaccine have experienced some irregular menstrual cycles following that. Now, this is anecdotal, and the reason is that it really wasn't investigated in the vaccine trials, but it will be studied. It's, of course, important. Experts have weighed in, and they've basically said, look, 1 or 2 abnormal cycles is nothing to be concerned about. Of course, if it persists, a woman should seek, guidance from her healthcare provider.